Hi guys, hey, I wanted to do a review of something that I thought a lot of you might be interested in right now specifically, also just in general this time of year. This is a review of the Partu air purifier. The brand Partu actually reached out to me to review their product, and I was like ready to jump on that offer because obviously right now we all want to be as clean as possible, whether that be the air, the things we touch, everything. And right now is also allergy season, and I do have a lot of allergies. I have allergies to pollen, mold, spores, and they really irritate me a lot. I also have 3 cats, which I'm not allergic to, but there is a lot of pet dander in the air and smells and things like that. Air purifiers are good for all of these things. This air purifier I got and was really excited about just based on other kind of reviews on Amazon and just kind of their claims. The Partu air purifier, one thing that I really like about it is its size. It's really tiny and compact. It doesn't take up very much room. It is not one of those huge towers. It's very, very small. It's smaller than your average desk fan. It's very tiny. I have a picture of it next to a Poland Spring water bottle, so you can kind of see it for size comparison. It's also very lightweight. And one thing I was really happy to see when I got it was the cord to plug into the wall is quite long. You don't need an extension cord, which I thought was really great. So this one does have a HEPA filter, which is something I know is important to a lot of people. And it claims, I wrote it down so I wouldn't get it wrong, that it gets rid of 99.97% of smoke, smog, dust, pollen, and mold allergens. It also says it will get rid of odor and germs. So all of that sounds really good to me, and this is under $100, which is really good for a decent air purifier with the research that I have done. And this one is rated 4.5 out of 5 stars, which I thought was fantastic. So this one, like I said, it is very small and compact, which is great for small spaces. I think this would be ideal for the office, your home office right now, your bedroom, things like that. Now this specific one does have 3 settings, and one is almost completely silent. You almost can't hear it at all unless you're right up close. I did record it up close as possible so you could kind of tell the difference between the sounds. So level 1 is the one that I use at night. 2 and 3 are quite a bit louder, I do have to say. The way that they recommend doing it, or at least the way that people in the reviews recommended it, was that when you're not in the room, shut the door and keep it on level 2 or 3. And then when you are in the room, leave it on level 1. And I feel like that's what's been working for me. So when I go take a shower, I'm not in my room for a long period of time, I will leave it on level 2 or 3. And then when I come back, it definitely is noticeably fresher in the room. I would say it's fine if you like that kind of white noise in the background when you're working. But if you are watching TV or anything, you definitely don't want to have it on level 2 or 3. It'll be too loud. I do want to say though, level 1, you can leave it on when you're watching TV or doing anything. Like I said, you cannot hear it. This air purifier does have a Nightlight mode, which is pretty cool. It has 7 different colors that you can set on color changing, or you can click it and keep one color if you prefer that color, which I think would make it great for a kid's room. I think a child would definitely enjoy the kind of the light show-ish kind of thing. It just makes it a little bit more fun. You could also set it for no light at all if you like it pitch black in your room. You don't want to have any kind of light. One thing about it is that if you're aiming it at you, so you're aiming at your bed, so when you're sleeping you're getting that kind of clarity in the air. You don't really see the color. It comes kind of from the back of the machine, so it's not something that's going to brighten up the room or offer you any kind of light if you get up to go to the bathroom. It's just kind of a little bit of light for fun. And the one, not downside, but something that I didn't really pick up on, I guess, until I saw other reviews, was that on the front it says fresh air, and it's in Comic Sans font, which is just bizarre, I think. Everything else is in this nice kind of modern sleek font, and then it's in Comic Sans, which I did notice, but I didn't really think about until I read someone else's review, and I did think that's kind of odd. It's fine. It's not something that's making me turned off, but it's just bizarre. It is really sleek looking. The filter only has to be changed, I believe, every 6 months. Yes, every 6 months roughly, so it does depend how much filtering it is doing if you're in a very smoggy or smoky place. But what I did want to talk about was my experience. So right before I got this, I ran out of my wall plug-in for scent in my room. I was noticing a smell whenever I came back in my room after not being in it for a couple of hours. And I wanted to use this when I left my room and see if when I came back I noticed the difference, and I did. So it doesn't emit any kind of an odor, but it does definitely have a freshening effect to it. I don't know how to put it necessarily, but it does burst out a little bit of cool air. It's not cold, it's not like a fan or air conditioning, but it does add a coolness and a crispness to the air, which I really like. And I did notice it taking care of odor, which I thought was amazing, because if you have cats, cat food odor is strong. So I did like that. I also have severe pollen allergies, so this time of year I really struggle. I get a really dry, scratchy throat, I get nasal issues, my eyes get super itchy and watery. But along with having those allergies, I really enjoy leaving my window open at night. That obviously makes it worse for my allergies. So when I wake up in the morning, I tend to feel very scratchy, and my eyes are itching so badly. But I wanted to see if I left this on at night with my window open, if it would kind of filter out the pollen that was coming into my room. First night, I didn't notice a huge difference, I do have to say. But by the third night, I noticed a pretty big difference. My eyes were noticeably less dry, itchy, watery the next morning by day 3. And I've now been using it for, I want to say, 8 nights. And my eyes are very much better. The only time my eyes really water itchy is if I actually go outside. I do notice this is really helping a lot with pollen allergies, dust, mold spores when it rains. And I keep my window open a little bit. I also get itchy and kind of congested in my head, and this has helped with that too, because it has been raining a lot. So I really enjoy that, and I'm very impressed by this whole system. I don't know what to call it, unit. I really like it. I really don't have anything bad to say. If you guys have any questions I didn't answer for you, you can leave them down in a comment below. But the Partu air purifier, I think it's really awesome. I think it's a good investment for this time of our lives and this time of year if you do struggle with pollen allergies. I also think it's really great low cost. If you've been looking into one and you haven't come up across this one, I think it's definitely a good one for the price. So I will have a link for it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to see more from me in the future, and I really hope that this video helped you out.